Hello, everyone. It's me, your humble coach, Mr. Todd Walters, Platinum Coach here, Craig Proctor Real Estate Coaching. Thanks for jumping on the webinar today. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one, especially if you're into marketing. And hopefully you are, since you're actually in the marketing business. So let's start with a couple of things here that might be helpful. Number one, grab a notepad. Here's how this should be working for you. Attending these webinars and the conferences, live events, and that sort of thing. You should have a notepad, a clean one, okay, in each call, clean pages. And at each webinar, live event, you're basically listening, and you're thinking, and you're engaged, and you're making notes of ideas and things that pop into your head, okay? So, for example, I was reading a book last night, a very interesting book, and ideas were popping into my head as I'm reading, and I just reached over and wrote down on my notepad next to my bed my ideas. That's it. So instead of folding pages down and highlighting stuff in the book, I may do that, but I write it on my notepad. Because what I found is that I'm unlikely to go back and flip through the book that's a couple hundred pages long or whatever the hell it is, longer. And and find the things, remember the things I talked about. This idea or concept of putting them on a clean notepad is a big deal. So after you do that, you'll notice that after you've written these things down, from our call today, past webinars that you've done, future ones coming up, live events that you do, you'll find that after you fill your 2-3 pages of notes here, when you go back and look at them, not all of it is as important as you may have thought it was when you first wrote it down. But there will be several things that you did write down that rise to the priority level. So what you're doing is you're going to take from those notes and you're going to transfer onto another notepad your top 5. That's it. With one of those 5 being the number one priority thing you're going to accomplish. And that's how it works. Okay, is you're always working from a list, a top 5 list, but you still have your ongoing big list working that may be 100 pages at the end of the year long. And of course, a lot of things on there have been marked out because you've done them, and in others you marked out that you're just not going to do. It's no longer that important. But writing these things down, dude, I don't know how you conduct business any other way. I don't know a very extremely successful person that doesn't work from a priority list of things to do. Okay, so that's how you should be conducting yourself on these webinars. That's the easiest way for you to work on your business, is to work from a list of things to do. I get pissed actually on a daily basis when I get taken off of my list of things to do. So I got my list right here in front of me, and some pretty neat stuff on my list here. A lot of business things, some of it with my new real estate company. And I'm just looking right here. Oh, yep, there's a newsletter I'm supposed to be working on for all of the agents on our prospect list. Like we target agents at my real estate company here in Atlanta. That's fairly new, real estate company you guys know about. We target people that a minimum production of at least 25 transactions in the last 12 months up to 100 transactions in the last 12 months. That's the list I got. It's about 800 people in all of Metro Atlanta. That's it. And I need I'm looking for 50 of those guys. I want 50 of those agents. I need to get 50 here so that I can really make some money. And then we'll work on the next 50. So somewhere between 50 and 100 is market saturation for what it is that we do. So one of the things I have on my list is a newsletter, a monthly newsletter about the comings and goings and cool things that are going on with our real estate company, personal stories and success stories that I can put into the newsletter and send over to these agents on this list. And this is something that happens every month. Well, guess what? It's been on my list here for about a month and I haven't done it. So that's how good my business is. That's a great idea. That's something that needs to be done. I know how much income me and the other people with this real estate company can derive from these agents being here. And I know how much those agents will benefit, tremendously benefit from what it is that we offer. But yet, the one thing that I believe is really important that I have proven in other businesses to be effective at getting and recruiting agents, simple thing like a newsletter, guess what? It ain't done. So there's really no excuse for that other than just choice. That's it. Just an excuse. No excuse. So I don't want you to make the same stupid mistakes that I make from time to time. And if I do make them, like the one I'm pointing out to you right now, I am going to make it part of our discussion. Okay? So anyway, it just stood out to me on my list there. And I'm going to make that a freaking priority now that you guys have, I've called myself out on it. All right, so got the train coming here in the background. Happens about 2:10 every day. Comes through. It's a big freight train, actually. Moves kind of slow right through town here. Oh, as a matter of fact, you guys will like this. I've got the Titanium group, which is a group of platinum members, 20 platinum members that are in that mastermind group. They're coming here in July, and I bring them to my office here. I've got a cool office right in downtown Beaufort, Georgia. It's a cool old town, railroad tracks run right through it, but you feel like you're in a small town, in North Metro Atlanta. It's quite unique. I'm loving it, and I'm looking forward to seeing the place. And I'm sure while they're here, we'll go. We may go out there on the grass right next to the railroad tracks and just stand there when the freaking passenger train comes by at like 78 miles an hour, and it books right through here once a day, Amtrak train. So my first experience with speed like that was at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys are NASCAR fans, but I used to be a huge NASCAR fan when I was growing up. And we'd go to NASCAR events at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And one of the big things to do was to run down to the bottom of the grandstands and get up against the fence when those cars come around, the curve, the turn, getting into the straightaway, and they're freaking gunning it going 200 miles an hour. And to be up against that fence, basically with your eyes closed, and to feel that wind and that power coming off of those cars, there's 40 cars coming through there doing 200 miles an hour, and it just makes your bones and your body rattle. And, security's constantly walking up and down through there to keep people from doing that, but it's crazy because I remember one time there was a guy that ran down and did it, and coming around the curve, some cars got together, and one of them starts to fall apart and debris flying all into the fence, and then they killed the dude that was down there, thrill seeker trying to get his fix in up against the fence with that kind of power coming through. So maybe we'll do that here in Beaufort with the train coming through town with those Titanium guys. We'll see how many thrill seekers we have in that bunch. All right, so but with that's enough chit chat and getting us off to a good start here on our webinar today. And now, if you remember, the topic that I threw out there for today was about leveraging third-party endorsement, social proof of results. And I can't stress enough how important this is in today's marketplace. So I'm gonna throw something. I've got several examples there, but I'm going to throw something up here that you guys have seen many times before that I think will be worth our a few moments discussion of why. It's going to be too big here. Let me get this back down to a size we can all see. And 1 second here, I got some, there it is. I'm going to get rid of that. All right, hang on 1 second. Let me pause that. Let me pull that back up because I freaking deleted it. Here we go. There it is. That's what I wanted right there. Okay. So you've seen this postcard before, so I'm going to start with this just to kind of make a few points that are extremely valid. Okay, this is a postcard. It's a pretty simple marketing piece. You got about 8 seconds to make a connection here with your prospect when they get a postcard. But the first thing that I want to talk to Platinum members about right now is the importance of social proof, third-party endorsement, and then on to risk reversal. Risk reversal is okay, like, hey, if you're not happy with the service we provide, you can fire us. Your home sold or I'll buy it. Your home sold at your price, I'll pay you the difference. I'll sell your home in 30 days, or I'll pay you $3,000. Those are performance guarantees, risk reversal offers. That's all great, but understand that with the increase in competition over time and time and time, years of us teaching this to the public, okay, you guys, now, where you are right now in history at June 5th, 2014, we didn't just start doing this yesterday, okay? This has been going on for 20 years. Over those 20 years, we've taught tens of thousands of real estate agents what it is they need to do in their real estate business to grow it well beyond themselves, creating a seven-figure income. Not everyone takes our advice and runs with it, but a lot do. And a lot of real estate agents have had success just nibbling around the edges with the stuff that we give you and we teach you. And you know this to be true. As a matter of fact, I noticed recently that even Keller Williams has hijacked some of our marketing stuff and has been reteaching it to some of their agents. Not maybe specifically the materials, but absolutely specifically concepts and strategies. Now, a facsimile or a copy is never as good as the original, ever, and never, ever will it be, okay? So that's why I say nibble around the edges. But all of this adds up to increased competition for the prospect in your marketplace. Would you agree with that? Good. Okay, so Vic is nodding his head, yes, yes. Yeah, Todd, I agree. Okay, great. So Vic, you know this. In your marketplace in California, you have a lot of competition for listings, right? So when you say your home sold or I'll buy it or whatever performance guarantee you're offering up, understand that you're not the only one now that's guaranteeing their performance or reversing the risk. It's still pretty uncommon for real estate agents, but let's go ahead and say that more of the minority are trying to put forth or make an effort to stand out and be more exclusive, okay? Which I believe makes this program and you and your participation in it even more important now than it has ever been in history. Because no one, let me repeat, no other program on this planet will eclipse us, will run ahead of us at helping you stand out and be more exclusive in your marketplace. There's no other real estate agent, no other coaching program, no other person, as long as Craig and I are doing this, will be able to eclipse us. We will forever be out front and in front of everyone else. Okay? Nobody understands risk reversal, performance guarantees, and unique selling propositions as it applies toward the real estate agent or brokerage more so than we do. No one. Okay? We've been on the leading edge of it and will continue to be. So you're safe here, but you're only safe following and doing our advice. The majority out there, or I should say the minority out there that understands the concept of leverage and needing to be different, they will try. Now, the fact that they're trying does result in loss of business for you unless your effort is superior. Do you understand that? Okay? So your effort must be superior. So if you've got somebody in your marketplace that has decided to copy our guaranteed sale program, your home sold or I'll buy it, that's great. They can do that, right? And we may get involved on a legal level, to stop them, but we can't run around chasing everybody in the world down who tries to, infringe on stuff we do. We just outmarket them. That's what we do. We tell you, well, here's how you just squash them, okay? And that is by offering up proof, social proof. So this card right here does a pretty good job of it. But before I detail a few things on this card, I want to really make sure you understand the importance of social proof, proof of results, proof of your claims in all of your marketing as well as when you get face-to-face. Okay? Very important that you do this. I was just watching a YouTube video. Let me see if I got it here. I got it here somewhere. Let me see if I can play that for you real fast. This was good. This is good demonstration. Bear with me here 1 second. Let me go to my deleted bin. Here it is. I put it in my deleted box because I had watched it and already responded to George and copied and pasted a link into George's file. But let me throw this up on the computer here for you. I think you'll be able to see this just fine. I'm going to stop that. Let me make sure that you can see it. Okay? Hang on 1 second here. It takes me a little bit to figure this out. God dang it. For some reason or another, I'm not able to get internet. All right, so hang on. Let me throw up a different browser. You guys just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to look at Firefox. Yes, you know what? Actually, Firefox works. Why do you think that Firefox, Windows doesn't work, but Firefox does? Any ideas why that is? Let me understand. Let me tell you what I mean. On the webinar, when I bring up Windows, I can see the Microsoft Windows window on my computer, the internet the browser, whatever that's called, Explorer. I can see it, but you can't see it. You actually see this previous screen that I was showing on my computer, on my desktop. How about that? Now, I don't know why that is, but Firefox seems to be working just fine. You can see that. So I am going to play this video for you. There's not going to be any sound, but this is a video that George Moorhead, Platinum member, has put together. I thought it was pretty good, and but there's a lot of generalities in it. Okay, so let me get to the screen here. It'll take about 30 seconds to get to the screen that I want to show you, and I want to give you an idea of what I'm referring to here. You need written performance guarantees in today's market. Okay, he's basically saying that. Okay, now performance guarantee, when you say that, that's a label. Okay, George, performance guarantee is a label. That is a name. That is a term. Okay, we know what a performance guarantee is, but the consumer doesn't. They don't know. The average homeowner most likely does not know what a performance guarantee is. They have to think about that performance guarantee. What is a performance guarantee? So I want you guys to be really careful and avoid using labels in your marketing. Instead, just stick to the benefit-rich language. So instead of telling the prospect in your video here, you need a performance guarantee, just go ahead and tell them the performance guarantee. Okay? All right? Or you can say, we're not like the other real estate agents that you may talk to. Okay? We guarantee in writing our performance, whereby if we don't sell your home, we'll buy it. For example, that's much more clear and easy to understand. And I know it's a little bit off topic here, but it is relevant to all of you. Okay, so let me get to the slide here I want to show you. I probably should have kept it playing while I was chit-chatting. You get a full real estate team, not just an agent. Okay, what does that mean? How does that benefit me? How did me getting a real estate team, not just an agent, benefit me? Because on one hand, it sounds like that I'm just going to be another number. Okay, I can draw lots of conclusions from that statement right there. So you want to talk in terms of benefits, not labels. Okay, not features, but benefits. Okay, you get a full real estate team, not just a real estate agent. Okay, in other words, you would say this: most real estate agents, are running around, racing around at the end of every day, trying to be all things to all people. But when you hire us, you get a whole team of professionals working for you, not just a single agent. This allows me to spend more time getting your home sold. Okay, because each person on my team is separately responsible for a different aspect of the home selling process. And again, it allows me to spend more time getting your home sold. Okay, so that's the benefit. All right, so let's look at something else here. We're masters of marketing and syndicate to over 300 sites. Okay, and but this is what I wanted to show you here. But most importantly, you get 3 times more qualified buyers. It's a pretty vague statement there, but it is an attempt by George to provide proof of results. Okay, but again, George saying it and it being demonstrated, 2 different things. So this is the distinction that I want to make on today's webinar. So over the next 30 minutes or so, I want to really do my best to drill down and help you draw a distinction from just saying it or showing it to actually demonstrating it. Okay, so look at that slide. Everybody got a good picture on that slide? Okay. Now let's go down here and let's go to this slide. Okay. Let me pull that up here. Now you're familiar with this slide. This is from the 4-page sales letter to expired listings and for sale by owners that I helped Mark Gastineau with just over a year ago, right, put together and use in his marketplace there in the Phoenix area. And it's been a very good marketing system for him. Okay, but this 1 page compared to this page. Okay, this is the video. Okay, this is the picture in the video from George, and this is the actual preference that I would have. The preference is that 3 times more buyers. What does that mean? Okay, well, tell them I have 1,800 buyers in my database looking for a home in the area. Okay. And then you show them the buyers. Okay, like you can see it right here. Proof. Okay, Mark's got a screenshot of his database on the page here. Okay, that's pretty good demonstration of value. Okay, and he even tells them, okay, I took a picture, a screenshot of my database of buyers, and I've copied it and pasted it into this page for you to see, to prove to you that I am the agent with the buyers. If the other agents really had the buyers, don't you think they would copy a picture of that and paste it into their marketing materials as well? Like, why would you not tell that story and show people and prove it? Okay, so that's what this is an attempt to do. And this is a distinguishable difference between proof and proof. So that's the purpose of today's webinar, is to show you some examples of going further with your marketing to prove to the public, to prove to your prospects that you really are the agent with the buyers that sells homes for more money and in less time than the other agents in the marketplace. Not using labels, not using words, not telling people, but actually showing them realistically what it is. Okay, so there you go. That's pretty good, huh? So that's a great example in difference there. All right, so let's go back to our computer here, and I'm going to pull back this postcard again. I'm going to go back to Warren, okay? So Warren here has taken the guaranteed sale program, your home sold or I'll buy it, and he's basically telling the public, this is why we can make such a guarantee, okay? We can make this guarantee because we sell homes for more money. We sell them in less time, and they're just more likely to sell. Okay, and he's comparing himself using graphs and statistics here and charts, okay, to the average agent in the marketplace. And you can see he's done a pretty good job of that right here on this section of the postcard. All right, that's huge. Whereas telling people that we sell homes for more money in less time and they're more likely to sell is different than showing them and demonstrating it using graphs and charts. As a matter of fact, if we go back and we look at this flyer that Mark has here that I helped him with, you can see he's doing the same exact thing. Whoops, you shrink that down just a hair so we can get it all on one page and we can get an idea what that really says there. Okay. According to data from the Arizona Regional Multiple Listing Service, the Gastineau real estate team sells properties for 2.8% more money than the average area agent and sells them twice as fast. See important graphs below, and we should say see important graphs below that prove to you that we do sell more homes for more money and in less time than the average area agent. Okay, so again, Mark's language here could be even better. You know, don't let your prospect make the conclusions or jump to conclusions in their own mind. That's risky and a bad assumption. There's too many other things going on in their mind. Just take them there by telling them, walking them through. So anyway, that's something that you may want to consider doing, Mark, to improve your piece here. Right? Sell for more. We sell our listings for 2.8% more than the sales price. This means real dollars. So here's a couple of problems with this. The word listings. It's an industry term that you and I use. We understand what that means. I'm not so sure that the public does. A guy that's never sold his house before, he's putting it on the market. He's been in his home. He bought it as a first-time home buyer. He's been there for 7 years. Now he's looking for an agent to sell it. Okay? We want to use words that they understand. For example, we sell our clients' homes. What is a listing? That is my clients' homes that they've given me the right or the exclusive right to sell on their behalf. Right? That's what a listing is. We just shorten the word up, and it's an industry term. But I would prefer to use real language in marketing, especially in today's marketplace. And I started the call today, the webinar, by telling you why that's important. Increased competition. People getting wise to you. Your competition sees what you do to be successful. They will attempt to knock it off and try it on their own account. They will. They'll try to copy you. But they're going to nibble around the edges. But even nibbling around the edges will take business away from you. Not large amounts, but some. Okay, but we want it all. So how do you get it all? Superior marketing, and that's what we're doing today. So instead of we sell our listings for 2.8% more, we sell our clients' homes, or our clients' homes sell for 2.8% more money, okay, than the other agent's clients' homes. So very specific, clear language you can understand, and the graph and charts to back it up is good demonstration. That is called proof of results. Okay? Let's see if there's another. We sell nearly 100% of our listings compared to the average agent who only sells 91.5% of their listings. Don't take the chance with the average agent's track record. Right? So probably better off to say our clients' homes just sell faster. Okay? Or I'm sorry, our clients' homes are just more likely to sell. Okay? We sell nearly 100% of our clients' homes before the end of our agreement. Okay, would be a better way to say that I understand as a consumer that only sells 1 or 2 homes in my lifetime. All right? So great demonstration there. All right, let's look at a few other examples. Okay? On third-party results using demonstration of value. All right, let's go back and let's talk about testimonials. All right, now, testimonials are great. It's not anything new. I'm not giving you new news today, okay? But if I looked at your marketing, and trust me, I got a pile of it over here on my desk. I'll just grab one piece here. Here we go. I grabbed something here from Mike Berg. So Mike, if you're on the webinar today, I'm pulling out your Looks like a flyer to expired listings or for sale by owners or something you may be mailing to down there in Florida. And it's pretty good. It's actually the same flyer as Mark has, but with your face instead of his. So it's pretty good. Okay, but I want to talk about your testimonials. Okay, so let's compare apples to apples. So I'm going to pull up these testimonials. Okay, so proof of the results. So we've talked about you're the agent with the buyers, telling them that versus showing them that. Okay, and we've talked about you're the agent that sells more homes in less time and for more money. You know, talking about that, better language to use, and all that kind of things. All right, let's talk about the testimonials now. All right, so I'm looking at your testimonials, Mike, in your letter, which is very similar to Mark's here. He's got 3 testimonials here. You got 3 testimonials on yours. Okay, but let's talk about the testimonial. See, I know that Mark is targeting expired listings with this sales piece, this 4-page sales letter. All right? But if I look at these testimonials, okay, I don't necessarily see that they're from homeowners with similar issues. So in my materials, that if you guys went back and looked at the archives, you would see that whenever we used a testimonial, it was a testimonial from someone like or similar to or exactly like the person we were prospecting. Okay, so for example, the expired listing. All right, I had my home on the market, with an agent that was referred to me by someone at my business for over 1 year. Uh-oh, lost my audio connection. Let's get that back. Hang on 1 second there. Looks like I lost my audio. There we go. Lost my audio connection there for a second. Some of you may have been able to hear me. Some of you might have not been able to hear me for about the last 2 minutes. Okay, but backing up. The testimonials you want to use are like the people that you're prospecting. So in this case, for Mark, he's going after expired listings. The testimonial should be from expired listings, or at least a story representing someone like that. Example. So instead of, this is a good testimonial. There's no question about that. No question about that right here. No question. Okay? But it would be better if it was an expired dude, where the person said, you know what? We had our home on the market for over a year with another real estate agent that was referred to us by somebody at work. Okay, and we just couldn't get it sold. We had offers, but the offers just were from unqualified buyers, or they just weren't willing to pay the price that we needed to sell the home for. We kept getting these flyers in the mail from Mark from other people, where he had other people telling us that we should call him because he would do the job of getting us our price. In fact, he would even buy our home if it didn't sell. So after reading these flyers, we finally decided to call Mark. And boy, are we glad we did. Okay? After being on the market for a year with another real estate agent, not being able to get our home sold, Mark brought us 10 offers within days, and we sold our home for $46,000 more than our asking price. All right? So what I'm using here is just expired listings, or people that were expired that I listed that sold, to target other expired listings. That is superior marketing. That is a better use of testimonials, okay, i.e. social proof and third-party endorsement. Okay? All right, so now let's look at some other applications of third-party endorsement. All right, let's see if I can maneuver my computer around. Hang on, guys. Pull out my speaker. And let me see if I can play this for you here so you can hear it. I know that's kind of noisy right there. Hang on.
Metro Atlanta Real Estate Today, giving you the best information available on the real estate market across the Metro Atlanta area. Today's featured guest is Todd Walters, one of the top real estate agents in the country. On today's show, Todd will be sharing with the listeners good and timely information on the home selling process so you can make the best possible decisions when selling your home. Todd Walters will also be sharing what makes his unique home selling system different and better than what is being offered by other real estate agents from across the country. Hello, John Hart here with you again. Welcome to today's show. The purpose of Metro Atlanta Real Estate Today is to give home sellers like you the best information we've researched on the real estate industry in Metro Atlanta so you can make the best possible decisions when it comes time to selling your home. Today we are joined on the telephone by Todd Walters, one of the country's top real estate agents who operates in the Metro Atlanta area. Today, Todd will be sharing his unique home selling and team system, which has been proven to sell homes fast, for top dollar, and with little hassle. As with other experts we've had on the show, our conversation with Todd will assist you in making the right decision about the real estate agent you will choose to advise you on the sale of your home, take your home to market, and sell it for you. Obviously, if you're an appropriate client, Todd would like to have your business.
Obviously.
Let's get started with the show. Todd, welcome. Please give our listeners a brief introduction and a thumbnail resume. Well, thanks a lot, John.
Okay. Let me flip my microphone back around here. Okay, that is third-party endorsement. That is a mock radio interview that all of you are very familiar with, but most of you do not use. Okay, but I can't express how huge that is to be endorsed by someone else. Let me give you another example of third-party endorsement. Hang on, let me pull it up. Let me see here 1 second. This is really good. Here we go. Oh, man, I need to go to Firefox to do that. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Firefox. Let's see, this is trust. There's no.
Hello.
Okay, so if you'll look down at your screen here, and I'm going to show it to you here momentarily. All right, let me get that up on your screen. Okay, this is a website that I'm using to recruit real estate agents to my company. Okay, and you can see I'm using you guys as endorsement. Okay, to prove that I know a thing or two about helping people make money selling real estate. But down here, who is the teacher? Maybe we should say, who is the guy that's going to sell you on changing real estate companies? Would be me. All right, but you can see that little section right there. I'll highlight that. Okay. Todd Walters was the first billion-dollar agent in Georgia, according to research done by Best Agent Business. There you go. Featured in The Billion-Dollar Agent, Lessons Learned, as well as Dan Gooder-Richard's book, The Real Estate Rainmaker's Guide to Online Marketing. See, it's one thing for me to say, you should pay attention to me, I'm really good, I've sold a lot of homes, I did this and I did that, but it's another thing to have other people say it. So that's another example of social proof, proof of results, superior marketing actually, using third-party endorsement. So check it out. I've got Best Agent Business, the National Association of Realtors, Dan Gooder-Richard saying, hey, don't take Todd's word for it. This is what we say about him, as well as you guys, you know, people like Tim and Rosangela saying, you know, hey, you're the man. We were here, and now we're way up here. That's an example of third-party endorsement, okay? So when you're using testimonials, and we'll go back to our example here that we were using, this is really good. This is really good use of testimonials by Mark Gastineau. No question about it. But it would be better if it was expireds that were giving the testimony and then saying, hey, look, I'm like you. Mark is for us. Okay, now does that mean that this kind of marketing here with regular testimonials, just proving that he sells homes in less time and for more money, is not effective? Absolutely it's effective. But I don't know about you guys, but I like to play every day as a game that I'm behind in. Okay, you every day you're behind. You wake up every morning, I'm behind. So you're looking for ways to make your stuff better. And our job, Craig and I, is to help you squash your competition so that you will always be working on your business, making it a little bit better, staying ahead of your competition by doing these kinds of things. Does that mean that what you're doing right now is not good enough? Hey, obviously it is. Mark does really well from this, but there will come a time when somebody will be nipping at his heels right there in the Phoenix area, doing similar things, using testimonials, okay, and which will cost him some loss of momentum in business. It just always happens. It's inevitable. How do you prevent that? I just stay it up. All right. One more example, and then I've got some other things I want to show you. Okay. Here's some of Craig's stuff. So here's Craig saying, hey, every agent promises to sell your home, but I guarantee it. But on the ad, there's no proof. None. Okay. Now, this is a good example of just good marketing. And you must get your unique selling proposition out there. But it's better when you have other people doing the selling for you, okay? And you've seen those ads, okay, like this, okay? And Craig even says it here. You've seen this ad before, but you haven't responded. These people have, okay? So, great example of using testimonials as endorsement. Okay, another example that I wanted to show you. All right, so pretty good stuff, huh? So social proof, third-party endorsement is not just saying that you're the guy with the buyers or the gal with the buyers, not just saying you sell homes for more money, okay? It's not just saying those things. It's actually superior demonstration of it. And I think we've done a really good job today of showing you that. All right, so with that, let's go over here to my inbox. And I had a few things I wanted to show you. All right. So I got to be real careful about what I'm clicking on. All right, here we go. Yes. All right. Hey, Todd. I started tracking my calls for the last week, as you suggested, to see what percentage of people who said yes, they were moving in 3 to 6 months, and I was surprised by the results. Out of the 12 people I talked to, I converted 8 of them into appointments. I think I realized the problem may not be the conversion, but simply not reaching enough people. All right, so here's where this came from. I told Demetrius and his business partner, Stephen, because they were, really needing more business here. And I said, well, look, first of all, in order for me to help you, we need to know if it's the ads, your marketing, or if it's you. So here's what I need you to do. When you get people on the phone, get them on the phone. When you get them on the phone, the first thing I need you to identify is how many of the people that you talk to say yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. Because here's the answers. It's either yes or no or I don't know. Okay? Now, if it's I don't know, you've got to put them in the yes or no category. There is no such thing as I don't know. They know. So how do you put them in the yes or no category in making a move in the next 3 to 6 months if their answer is, I'm not sure, I don't know? Well, we're just talking about it. You ask follow-up questions. You press more. Okay? Hey, are you planning on staying in the area and moving away? Well, I think we'll stay in the area. So if you were going to make a move, when do you think that might be? Probably maybe in the spring. Okay, well, that's more than 6 months. So the answer is no to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. So every person you talk to on the telephone, you put them in the category of yes or no. Yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. So I want to know how many of those people there are, and then how many of those did Demetrius convert. Because if he's getting half of those people converted to an appointment, he's okay. He's not great. Okay, but he's doing okay. He's not going to fail getting half converted to appointments. Okay, optimally should be 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 people to say yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. You watching this program today, okay, should be converting to a face-to-face appointment if they're not currently working with a real estate agent. And you can see right here, Demetrius, pretty good at conversion, talked to 12 people, converted 8. That's pretty strong, right? So now we know that he really doesn't have a conversion issue. Now we can look at what the other problems might be in terms of marketing or more leads or more generation or something like that, okay? So I'm going to share a few of these emails with you here, hope you don't mind. All right, so Vic sends me a question. What kind of ad do you recommend that I put in the yellow book? A seller's ad or a buyer's ad or both? And what do you think it should say? I don't know if you guys remember, but I highlighted a yellow page ad from Warren Flax that I helped him with not too long ago. And it's basically 2 ads in one. Okay? Half of the ad is less branded and the other half is branded. And he is targeting sellers. So Craig and I would target sellers. It would be half the ad would be branded. So it looks like 2 ads. It looks like 2 different people's ads actually. One of them is branded. Your home's sold or I'll buy it. Sort of like the postcard that you were looking at right there. Okay, and I told Warren, just run that postcard, dude. That's a great yellow page ad right there. What's wrong with that ad? And he was like, nothing. So he converted that to his branded yellow page ad, right? And in the lower part of the ad was the home evaluation. Find out what your home is worth online. And you know what that ad looks like, right? If not, I'll show it to you just for kicks. I think everybody knows what that looks like, but I'm going to, well, you know what? It's not going to show up. I've got that in Windows. Sorry. So from now on, I'm not using Windows on these webinars with you. I have to use everything in Firefox. But the bottom part of the ad would be the free quick open that home evaluation ad. Find out what your home is worth online. That postcard was the bottom part of the ad. So it's one ad, Vic, but it's broken up into 2 separate ads within one ad. We call a double duty ad, my man. So hopefully that answers that question for you, all right? Here's a good question from Tarek. We are trying to decide on which marketing initiative to pursue. If you had to choose to send out 8,000 flyers to a farm area once a month, either branded or unbranded, or do a half-page ad in a local newspaper 2 times a month to 48,000 homes, but share the space with other advertisers and other agents, what would you choose? Well, I would want to test both because I don't know where the business is going to come from and which one would give me my best rate of return without testing both of them. My personal experience, though, I think is what Tarek's looking for here. So it would be the newsletter. It wouldn't be flyers, it would be newsletter. I would send the USP Farming newsletter that we're going to be talking about here in 2 weeks that most of you saw at the conference. That thing is done and ready to go, and there's enough people testing it, and it's doing really well, so we're doing a webinar on that in 2 weeks. I would do that. And that is a USP Farming newsletter. It's very unique and exclusive, and I think it'll kick butt for you. 8,000, very good number. That's the magic number for me. You need to send out at least 8,000 cards or newsletters or whatever you're sending out. Some of you guys are doing 2,500 and 5,000 and all these other things. The magic number is 8. Do 8,000. If you're doing 5,000 and you're doing pretty successful with that right now, get it to 8,000 as quickly as you can. You'd be amazed at the increase in business just over the 3,000. First of all, it doesn't cost much more for the additional marketing pieces. I know postage is going to cost you, more money, but the cost goes down over the volume of cards or newsletters that you might order, and it's just twice as effective because you get more business faster. All right, but that's a good question. So thanks for letting me answer that live on today's webinar. And hey, this is for kicks. I get this every day. And I hope you guys don't mind me sharing this with you. I'm going to open this up. I get this from Rick Warren. Now, Rick, let me talk about Rick a little bit. Most of you guys know who Rick is. He's a pastor, Saddleback Church out there in California. He's a great pastor, but more importantly, he's an incredible business builder. And if you haven't read his book on the Purpose-Driven Church, it's a great book. It's a business book on growing your business and building a culture and having people within your business that they're excited and on fire for your group, for your business, and spread the word and help your business grow. It's just a dynamic book, and he's a dynamic individual. So I get a devotional from him every day, and I enjoy reading them, but I wanted to pass that on to you as well, is that he's a good person to study. He's outside the real estate industry, but I believe that much of what he has to say is relevant to our businesses, so I share a lot of his insight with you guys on a pretty regular basis. Okay, so here's a good idea or demonstration of results right here, third-party proof. So in our marketing, to get agents to come to work here at Optimus Real Estate Brokers, I just tell them, hey, this guy right here, Ira and Stephanie Miskin, they're doing over $60,000 a month in commissions, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're doing $10,000? Okay, that's really good. Would you like to do over 60 grand? Well, then you come here because these people are doing it. So we leverage the success of agents at Optimus Real Estate Brokers to bring in other agents. Okay, that's how we do it. All right. So this past month was a pretty good month for those guys, really good. It was just a below average month for Susan and Ernie, but still well above the average area agent that we're targeting. Okay, and Patrick here is a solo guy, still doing a pretty good job there. So anyway, wanted to get that out there and share that with you as well. So let's see, I think I had one more. Here it is right here. Okay, I get these from time to time. This is from Stephen and Demetrius, coincidentally again. But this is just a just listed maybe flyer or something that I'm getting, but let's just take a look at it. Some of you guys send these out. And you can see it. I'm showing it to you right now. Okay, first of all, number one, no unique selling proposition from the Lazard's Lynch team. None. So that can't happen, Stephen and Demetrius. Now, I'm picking on you guys, but this is for the other 150 people watching this webinar right now. You can't do this. You cannot put stuff into the marketplace with your logo and name on it without your unique selling proposition. You just can't be in this program. It just is unacceptable on every level. So it's a rule. If you're going to be in this program and you're going to pay Craig and I to coach and train you, then you got to take our advice on that. Is that your unique selling proposition that you guys have? You have one. Okay? It can't go out. You can't have anything go out of your office without your USP on it if it has your logo and name on it. You can't. It's a rule. It is as much a part of your name as your name. So, like you're quick to make sure your lion got on there. And that's great. That's great. I'm glad you guys got the lion. All right? But, dude, your USP is the very fabric and essence of why I would call you. It's not because of this listing. You send this email to hundreds, thousands of people in your database. You send it to them. So let's suppose it's 1,000 people. 1,000 people get this. And I get them all the time from you guys. Not once have I seen your USP on it. So I've been saving for the right moment to tell you about it, so I thought I would tell it to you in an audience format to make you feel really bad. I'm just kidding. Now look, first of all, great job in presenting good deals to your marketplace, like just listed. That's fine. That's great. Via email, I'm in. I'm for it. Okay? But it's meaningless without your USP. So Craig and I are pretty clear on this. You start by getting your unique selling proposition into the marketplace on everything that you do. And everything that you do really means everything that you do if it has your name on it. But I get it. It's easy to overlook these things because you do them every day. Some really bad audio connections today, man. Keep losing audio with you guys. But anyway, I thought that was cool. Thought that would be helpful to you and a good reminder to those guys as well. Those are great real estate agents there. Okay, let's see. Oh, here it is. Here's the other one I want to show you. Bold Leads from Sugar Ray. All right. Hi, Todd. Here's a copy of my cover letter. Make sure you guys can see that. Yeah. Here's a copy of my cover letter. It's adapted from Jay's letter that you sent me. We've got over 250 who have raised their hands and interested in finding out the value of their home, and about 30 have given some kind of phone and email. I'm sending them this letter plus my newsletter to introduce them to our brand. I am, of course, not convinced that all of these 250 homeowners have nothing to do but plug their addresses on the internet, they're much better than every door direct mail mass mailing. I changed to a lower price range point, 400 to 500 from 800 per conversation with Coach Mark Gastineau to test the lower price point homeowners and more likely to give out their information. Pretty good advice there, Mark. To Sugar Ray, so let's take a look at his cover letter here. And this is basically a letter going to people that he does not have all of their, no phone number, I'm guessing. Is that what he's saying? Go back and look at that again. I might have missed that. Here's a cover letter. Raise your hand. Interested in sending this letter to introduce them to our brand. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the your home sold for 100% of your asking price, guaranteed will pay you the difference. As you probably know, our neighborhood here in the Walnut area, one of the most sought. Currently, I have 226 buyers interested in this neighborhood, and in particular these homes. All right, so Sugar Ray, first of all, call to action missing. Okay. Next, here's your formula. Here's what I got for you. Okay, what do you got for me? All right, so this is bullshit stuff. This is what you got for me. Okay, here's what I got for you. Currently, I have 226 buyers interested in buying a home in your neighborhood. All right, here's what I got for you. Okay, here's what it will do for you. Okay, because I got buyers, you're going to get more money in less time for your price, blah, 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 with less hassle. Okay, and here's what you do now. Okay, so this whole thing right here, I don't know. There's some stuff in here that's okay, dude, but this needs to be rewritten. Okay, and here's what you do now. These are my notes. Here's what I got for you. Here's what it'll do for you, and here's what you do now. Those are my notes to you. I'm not telling you to write those on your flyer, but that's the way this flyer should look. Okay, you got people that have raised their hand, identified themselves as possible prospects that you believe are high priority, and you want to make them an offer. That's what you said. You're not going to introduce them to your brand. You're making them an offer. Okay, all right, here's my offer. I got buyers. They're ready to buy. Okay. So we're confident that they'll buy your home, or someone will sell your home at your price. It's much more likely because we got buyers. Okay, that your home will sell for more money in less time, and at your price. Okay. So here's what you do now to discuss the sale of your home. You call me, blah blah blah. That's what the format of this letter should look like, Sugar Ray. Okay, it's a pretty simple marketing formula. You apply that to your stuff and your follow up there, you'll be good. All right. So hopefully that helps you. So with that, I wanted to share some things with you guys I thought was pretty cool and relevant. All right. So let me see here if there's any other relevant questions any of you guys had. Bold Leads have been a horrible performer for me in the Manhattan Beach, California area. Signed up in Anaheim, only had one real lead, long-term business, Gary Sensor. So Gary, my suggestion is, hey, dude, if it ain't working for you, don't continue to pour money into it. That's our rule. Bold Leads, you can see, is working pretty good for some, not for others. Okay, so it's the same with any marketing system. All right, you only need 7 really good measurable marketing systems. We got over 40, that we teach you, that we give you, we talk about, and that sort of thing. Buying leads from companies are obviously never going to be as effective as you marketing grassroots, generating your own leads using your own money. just not going to be. Don't believe that it will be. But it's easy. It's easy. It's an easy button. But as with anything easy, for some it won't be as effective. So you have to know that going into it. We still like bold leads. We think it works for about 75% of the agents that are working on it, and we're open about that. And we also are clear. Craig and I never did it. We didn't use bold leads. We produced our own find out what your home is worth online prospects through online and offline marketing. Okay? So and that's what we teach you to do. But does that mean you don't go out and buy those kinds of leads from other companies? No. It means that you may very well try doing that. And many of you are. Some of you guys are doing really well. Great job. So anyway, thanks for sharing with that, Gary. I appreciate that. Next question from Gary, compared to Commissions Inc. Same thing. I'm a huge proponent of Commissions Inc. And the majority of Platinum members, we have over 100 Platinum members using that platform. And the average income for each Platinum member using Commissions Inc. for more than a year, the average income from that one system is approaching $300,000 in annual commissions from just that one platform. So that's for our Platinum members that have been using the program for over a year, their annual GCI approaching 300 grand just from the one system, average among all of them. So, but does that mean that 100% are just kicking ass with it? No, there's no such a thing. There's no such a thing as 100% of anything. Okay, everybody being effective with it, but the vast majority, it's great, so much so that there's a waiting list in most market areas for it in this program. And let's face it, that program was built for agents in this program, okay? That program, Commissions Inc., was built for Platinum members by Dwayne as a favor to Platinum members that turned into a mega business, okay? That's where it started. Started with Platinum members flying to Marietta, Georgia, meeting with Dwayne, helping them, showing them what they wanted. Lester was included in that group, other Platinum program members, and that's where it started. So you guys get the preferred treatment, okay, when it comes to that program. It's just the relationship we have with them. So hopefully you'll take good advantage of it. All right, so with that, it's a pretty good long conversation that we've been having today about third-party, social proof, third-party endorsement, social proof, proof of results, excuse me. Hopefully you've gotten some good stuff out of that, and I've been able to help you impact your business a little bit better as a result of those things, hopefully. So with that, I'm going to wrap up the webinar. This is a good one, a lot of good examples there. Hopefully you made a good long page of notes. Thanks for letting me squeeze in some of your questions that you emailed me as well on today's program, and that'll benefit everybody listening. So keep those coming. Obviously, if I'm ripping on you a little bit, like Stephen and Demetrius there, like I was, it's only because I think you guys are fantastic. We don't talk about the people that I don't think are fantastic. we don't bring them up. So, but anyway, great job all the way around, and looking forward to seeing everyone that's going to be able to make it to the Platinum OSA workshop in Toronto in August, and that's going to be a nice workshop there. But man, the Platinum Millionaire Agent Maker Conference in Anaheim in September is going to be off the chain. It's just going to be incredible with our country western theme and all the guest speakers and materials that are being tossed around for that. Whew. So make sure you get that on the agenda. All right, with that, it's going to wrap up our webinar today, guys. Y'all are fantastic. Look forward to talking to you soon. Look for the next email for Tuesday's lead conversion webinar. Get everybody on your team on that call, and we're going to do a lot of role playing on that. And then the following Tuesday, the USP Farming newsletter template being launched, so you guys can get that going in your business. All right, let's go sell some houses. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks now.